Hello, Thales.
Hey Robert, how are you?
I'm doing great. Can you hear me okay?
Yes. What about you? Are you hearing me? Okay.
I can hear you fine.
Nice.
Thales, first of all, I'd like to say it's a pleasure having this time for this conversation.
Okay.
And for this first class, the first meeting, I always give the option to my clients, how do you prefer to continue? Do you prefer to speak English or do you prefer to speak Portuguese? Remember that the objective here is for us to get to know each other. You understand?
Yeah. I think I prefer to speak English, but if I have some problem, we can talk in speaking Portuguese. But it's preferable to speak English.
Perfect.
I can understand a little bit and talk a little bit, so I think we can have a conversation.
Perfect. Perfect. That's excellent. So, Thales, today, the objective of this conversation is for us to get to know each other better. I would love to hear a little bit more about your background. What are you looking for in a class or with a teacher? And what is your English background? I see here that one of your goals is to be better prepared for English interviews, right? As you shared
Yes.
with me. Okay. So tell me a little bit more about what you're looking for in classes or with an English teacher.
Okay. Um, I think I'm looking for uh, improving my pronunciation skills, and it's my main goal, improve my pronunciation skills. So because my English, I learned it by myself, just reading documentations, things like that. So and I don't practice too much my English. So I think that, and I make a lot of mistakes. So I think my main goal is improving my pronunciation.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. Have you ever studied English before? You said you had a little bit, but tell me more about it.
No, I haven't studied. Just using Duolingo or some apps like that. I never went to a school. Just just reading and listening. Just it.
Okay, okay. You said that you listen. What do you listen to? What do you
Sorry, could you
consume?
repeat?
What do you consume in English?
YouTube and movies, uh, uh, TV shows, but music. But most of the time, I consuming uh, reading, reading. Because I'm a software engineer, so all my word is in English, and the best content are in English. So I just read things in English. So that's it. That's why also I don't have a good pronunciation. I watch movies in English, but with subtitles in Portuguese, so it don't happen too much. Also, I listen music is in English, so but when I listening to the music, I working, so I don't pay attention the to the music. So and that's why my I think I have some issues with my pronunciation because I don't practice too much my speaking, and I just read things.
That's very common. That's a very common complaint because you listen, you can practice listening all day long, right? But you
Yes.
can't practice conversation unless you practice yourself. But then, then you gotta check your insanity
Yeah.
level.
Yes, a little bit hurt.
Okay, okay. So as I understand, you're looking for something to prepare you for English interviews, but what are your bigger goals?
Bigger goals.
Yeah.
I think it's to get a job. I want to have a conversation with in English, not not on for the job because, for example, in, uh, early this early this year, I went to a conference in Switzerland, and I met a lot of peoples, but I was not able to communicate well with some some people there, and I think I I for my work I need to have English to because I want to work for international companies that pays much, much better than the Brazilian companies. So I want to communicate in English. I want to have a good communication in English. So my goal is not just get a job. It's to be able to communicate, and that's it.
Okay. 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 Well, so the idea, I don't know if you read my bio or watched my video, but the idea of my classes is that I'm not an English teacher, right? I'm a communication coach. And I know that when I say coach, you say, oh my God, Pablo Marçal, you're going to make me run the mountain. That's not the idea. The idea the coach here is that I'm a trainer, right? In
Hmm.
English, coach means trainer. So any sports
Yeah.
that you don't see like a basketball teacher, it's a basketball coach. So the idea here is I'm gonna help you practice communication. How to communicate yourself professionally. And I'm not talking about how to ask a Big Mac on McDonald's. That's not the idea. So, for
Hmm.
example, how to introduce yourself in a interview? How to answer the question? Tell me about yourself. Do you think that you can
You're
answer this question today?
I I think I can try, but yes, I can. I can do it. It it will be not very. It will not be good, but I think I can introduce myself.
Exactly. But the idea is that what is the sign so you can introduce yourself in the best way, right?
Ah,
And
yeah.
not only say,
Hmm.
"Oh, my name is Thales.
Yeah.
I'm a developer," or "I have three dogs. I live in Brazil." No, nobody cares, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So how to do yourself efficiently, how to communicate yourself efficiently, right? So the idea with the practice is how to explain what is in your mind in a way that people will understand. That's the biggest difficulty for somebody.
Yeah. I think that that's why I chose you. I was also uh, looking for researching for others teachers profile, and that was a good point for you because but I have a problem to do presentations in Portuguese as well, not on in English. So
Exactly. But
yeah.
exactly. But a lot of my clients say that uh, they use my classes also in their native language. Not only Portuguese,
Mm,
I don't give class only to Brazilians. But for example, I have a client, I don't have time for it, but I have a client here, and she said that she paused December because she gonna travel. But she said something like she really enjoyed using what she learned for English and for Portuguese also. Understand?
mm-hmm.
Uh, so like I said, I feel that I improved a lot and fast and feel more confident to speak, and not just in English but in Portuguese too, because it makes me think about many things that I've never thought before. So that's the idea. A lot of clients use my classes for their native language also, because communication is global,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Okay, okay. How would you say you are then communicative in your area? Because your area is not well known for people who are good at communication, right?
Sorry, what's the question?
How would you say you? How would you rate you in a communication level?
Communication. I very bad. I very
But
bad.
it's common.
Uh,
It's expected, right, for your
and
area.
yeah.
right?
I had problems in the university to presentation, public presentation. I start to
Shaking. But it's
shake
normal.
it. Yeah,
It's expected, right? In your area.
I hurt.
Your area
Yeah.
have a lot of introverts, right?
Yes.
If you're
Yep.
extrovert, normally you're not going to want to be like a developer. You're not going to want to be a coder. If you're an extrovert, you're going to work in marketing, right? You're going to be a
Yeah. A
salesman.
seller.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So it's expected. But for example, your area is much more logical, right? So what I teach my class, for example, how to deal with this different public. I imagine that you can communicate with your peers, so people from your area. So like I say, they're also introverts. Yes. And your area, developer and coder, they don't care about feeling, right? When you're expressing. They want to know facts.
Hmm. Exactly.
Engineers, right? They want to know facts. So how to communicate, for example, you are this group. How to communicate to this group? Like if you're gonna talk, for example, to managers, or if you're gonna talk to the marketing team, if you're gonna talk to some clients, and you start using numbers and graph, they're gonna sleep,
Uh,
right? So this is the idea
yeah.
how to communicate separately for these two groups. It's a little bit more. Understand?
Yeah. Yes. I agree with you.
Before I go to another topic, do you have any questions like to ask about me, about my English, my classes?
Yes. I have a question about the classes. How it's a how is it a common class at for example, because today I think we are doing just an introduction, right?
Yeah,
But how is a class, and if I take more than one class, how will it be? Things like that.
perfect. Great question. I don't answer on this question with one answer because the idea is my classes are very dynamic, right? So
Mhm.
my class, when I say I tailor my classes to my clients, I really mean it. I tailor my class to my clients. So depends on your objectives, your close objective, right? Short objectives. Depends on what you're doing at a moment. So normally, how is my class? One thing you gotta know, every class you're gonna talk. You need to talk every class. And no portraits. The
Mhm.
only opportunity that you had of hearing my voice in Portuguese was in this class. Understand?
Ah, cool. Yeah.
You probably will never listen to my Brazilian voice again.
Hmm. That's
Um,
good.
so you got to speak every class. A very common exercise that I have for my clients that I use a lot is I I present a type of media, okay?
Hmm.
So a video, text, an audio, whatever.
Hmm.
You absorb this media and you explain it to me as if I didn't know anything. Understand?
Yeah. That makes sense.
So
You are
I do
improving
this.
English and also the communication.
Yes, exactly.
Media.
I do this as a way to practice communication because this is the basic communication. Absorb
Cool.
information, receive information, process this information, and give it information. So this
Hmm.
one common exercise. But for example, you need classes for interviews, right? You need English for interviews. So you're gonna have a
Yeah.
lot of classes prepared for interviews. So how to present yourself, how to I prepared a class for you, just an example, okay? We can read a little bit
Hmm.
about it, but let me share it here.
Okay.
I didn't have much information from you, so it can sound a
Hmm.
little generic because, right? I haven't talked to you. But for example, this is
Hmm.
how I would prepare a class, right? So high impact interview strategy, we have structure, clarity, and results for tallies. So if we see a little bit, reality check, we talk a little bit about what is the real scenario, right? What is the goal we have for today? The STAR method is a very common method that we have for answering complicated questions. Understand? The action
Hmm.
trap, we versus I. For example, the fix, interviewer is hiring you, not your team. So stop talking about your team, talk about yourself, right? The result
Hmm.
is king, talk about the results, quantifying your success. This is very important. So how to bring your results as a quantity. The challenge. So we're gonna we have some simulations, right? And you talk a little bit about yourself and performance analysis. Understand? So mechanic shop
Mhm.
top choice, and that's a little bit about the classes. Like I said, it can sound a little generic, but the idea is that I prepare every class for my clients different. Understand? I don't use one specific book. I don't use one specific method. My classes
Mhm.
are very dynamic. I really study your pain points. I study your weaknesses, and I work every class on getting better your weakness.
Mhm. And uh, how will it work? For example, if I say something wrong, uh, will you correct me,
For
or
sure.
how, how at the end of the class, or
No, it
right in
depends.
the
It depends.
depends?
Depends on. So it depends on the
Mhm.
type of the mistake, right? So we have
Mhm.
mistakes where you're just not paying attention. This is very common. So, for example, and I also do. Everybody does mistake, right? So if you're not paying
Mhm.
attention, you think about something else, and you want to say, for example, she lived in America instead of she lives. But if you don't have this mistake, you don't. It's not common, and you think about something else. If sometimes if I correct you, I'm gonna break your thought, right?
Mhm.
You're gonna get confused. You're gonna get lost on your thought. But if it's something like something that's serious or something that you repeat a lot, I will sometimes sacrifice your logic because something
Mhm.
that you need a shock. So something that you constantly make a mistake, you need a shock, right? And if you
Yeah.
continue doing the mistakes, a lot of times I ask you to repeat and repeat and repeat. Depends. Understand? I'm gonna give you an
Mhm.
example. This word is very difficult for Brazilians. I'm gonna write in the chat. One sec. Read this word for me, please.
Focus.
That's incorrect. That's how Brazilians pronounce. Correct is focus.
Focus. Okay.
So this is one example. So you say, blah, 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 focus, blah, 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 focus, focus. Okay, blah, blah, focus, 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 blah, blah, focus, no, focus. Stop, repeat, focus. I write in the chat, repeat, focus. I look for all examples. Understand?
Mhm.
So, but I always correct it. So much so that it's a habit that I have in my life now. In any language, if I speak in Portuguese or English, if somebody make a mistake, I correct it automatically. So it's something that I have difficulty controlling outside of classes. Understand?
Yes. Yes.
Any questions about this method of
No.
classes?
No. It's okay. Makes sense.
Okay. So why don't you tell me a little bit about what you're looking for in an English teacher?
Yeah. English teacher. Uh, I was looking. I was looking, to be honest, like coach, because uh, for example, I researched a lot of profiles of English here in Preply. I saw something like 10 profiles, and they looks good. For example, good teacher. Someone was younger and they appears to speaking well, but uh, I like to be productivity. I like to
Productive.
productivity. So yeah, productivity. So when I found your profile, this guy is a coach, and I saw your presentation, that I saw you your movement. Then I said, okay, I have this problem as well of improving my presentation. It's not I don't have only the speaking pronunciation issue. I have problem with my communication. I have a communication issue. So uh, I think I'm looking for. uh, someone that can uh, teach me and practice with me my speaking conversation, but in the same time, I can I will be growing not on my speaking. I doing two things at the same time. That's why I followed you. I didn't realize that I was looking for it. I'm not sure it yet if it will work, but I think yeah, I think that's a good thing. So for now, I think that I'm looking for someone that can practice my English with me, prepare me, prepare me for the interviews that I want, prepare me for have uh, conversations with some my friends in English, and now prepare me for to have a good communication.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Interesting you say that. You saw other teachers that were younger. Are you calling me old?
No, not
I
you.
don't understand the older
No,
part of the teacher. No, no, this one is
yeah.
old.
I think it's because of the beard.
Weird.
How old are you?
I'm 32, my friend.
32?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm getting old. I'm getting old. I gotta accept that I'm getting
Yeah,
old.
I'm 33.
Okay, okay.
I'm older than you.
Yeah, but you said that you were looking for. Oh, I saw some younger teachers. I'm not old.
No,
I'm experienced. Right?
yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so I understand exactly where you come from. I
But
understand what you're looking for.
you are not you old. You are younger than me.
But I understand where you're coming from. I understand the difficulty, and that you said a point that's exactly right. So the idea in the classes is the benefit of my classes is that yes, I will correct you. I will correct your English. Yes, we're gonna have some English part, but you're also gonna learn how to communicate, right? But actually, I would say the other way around. So I'm gonna our focus is how to communicate, but also I still have my English teacher part, right? So I will help you also how to use English, right? I will correct you. I will get the right pronunciation while you learn how to be a better communicator. Because it's very common that my client comes to me. I need to enter an international company. Very common, and not only Brazilians, Ukrainians, Poland, Polish. Very common. I want to work in international company. I want to work in an American company. I want to work in a Dutch company. Okay, what happens when you enter the company, right? You can study and you can try to enter to pass the interview, but you still need to communicate, right? Communication is, I would say, one of the most important points in business. We have a lot of studies that say that people who communicate better are not more successful, but they earn much more than the other counterpart that don't communicate themselves better. And I know it sucks. I know it sucks. You don't look like a completely introvert person. I can see that you are more introverted, but I see that your problem more is just speaking in public, right? Public speaking.
Mhm.
You don't look like an introverted person, but it sucks for people that are introverted, right? But
Yeah.
those are the rules, and I don't make the rules. We gotta play by the rules, right? The better your communication is, the better your persuasiveness is, the better you convince people to participate in projects, the better you have a relationship with your clients, right? So, for example, you said, what area specific do you work in?
I'm a developer.
The developer, okay, but what more specific?
Okay, I'm working with PHP. I working currently. I working a blockchain gaming company. It's called Engine. So I'm working. I do the
Ending
back
or
end of
engine?
the
I don't understand. Ending?
engine. I don't know how to
Ending or
pronunciation.
engine?
ENGJENJE. You need engine.
Okay,
Engine. I don't know.
engine. I don't know. Okay, well, I'm just curiosity.
Uh-huh.
Continue.
Okay. Yeah. I'm a backend developer using the stack of the company. It's Laravel. Um, and I do the backend for the app of the company. So that's it. I'm
Okay,
a backend developer using Laravel.
okay. Now, I ask this question because as a developer, sometimes you can have direct access to clients, right? And what happens to developers that have a lot of contact with clients? You have opportunity of networking with clients. So networking is very important for developers, right? Because it's very common that if you have access to your clients, if you have access to other people, you enter sometimes you cut the middleman. So you work sometimes for companies that are the middleman. Do you know what is a middleman?
Middleman, like a contractor or something. No, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a.
Middleman is like client company. You have a middleman, right?
Mm,
So sometimes you
yeah.
work as a middleman.
Mhm.
It's very common. A lot of companies that sack employees from a company to work directly from them for them, directly to them, right? So why hire the company that you work for when they can hire you directly? This happens a lot also. And all this is
Mhm.
networking. Understand? So the idea is not only to study, to practice, to pass the interview, to enter a company. The idea is to get better communication in general, to get better networking, to grow higher in the company. Understand?
Mhm. Yes.
Okay?
Okay.
Perfect. So
Makes
until
sense.
now, tell me a little bit about how are you feeling of the English part? Can you understand me right? Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, I can understand you right. And yes, uh, I don't know if I yet I told you about the company that I work in because I'm working in this company since 2002, uh, 2022. So, but the problem here on the company that we don't have too many meetings, just 2 meetings at month, and they are very quickly. So I just speak sometimes I just speak 5 minutes. So I have a I can understand English, our English, because we don't have in this talk we are having mo- most uh, professional English. We are not using some how to say uh, informal words. So I don't know how to have an informal conversation in English, but your vocabulary I can understand because you are using common words and make up most of the time a professional uh, uh, communication. So that's why I understand you well. I think, but
Okay.
I think no, I am understanding you well.
Perfect. Just to have an idea about lab understanding.
Hmm.
Okay, so you said that you consume media and so they watch YouTube, but what do you like to consume on a daily basis?
To be honest, I I just reading a lot, music, and because I stop stopped at watching YouTube because I don't like anymore. Most of the content that I'm reading it's blogs and forums and things related to technology. So the what I'm consuming is uh, things related to technology. So just but reading, not listening, and because I don't know. I prefer to read, and if I'm working, I don't will watch a video. I will uh, listen just a music to try to enter in in focus, deep focus. So um, what I consume just uh, news related to technologies that I like, and that's it. But just reading 90 and 90% of the time is just reading.
Okay, okay. And what about movies and series? Do you like to consume it?
Movies and TV shows. I Yes, I consume it with my wife, but uh, I just had a newborn that born 1 week ago, and
Oh,
I
your
have
baby was just born.
yes, the,
Congratulations, a boy or girl?
thanks. It's a boy. It's
Congratulations.
1 week older, and but I have other boy that has 1 year and
That
8 months.
is 8 months old.
Sorry,
You
I
have
did
now a boy that's 8 months old, right?
1 year and 8 months.
1 year, 8 months old.
Yes, 1 year 8 months old. Yes. So I have two boys now,
Understand?
and they recently we are not watching too much because of this newborn.
Of course, yeah.
We prefer to sleep when we have time.
Exactly, exactly. I completely understand it. Okay, okay. I would like to go over a little bit from this class then, because I'd like to understand more of your level of reading and speaking. Okay,
Hmm.
so let's go back a little bit. So read this to me, please, about reality check.
Sorry, do you want me to
Yeah,
read it?
please. Yeah.
Okay. Why qualified candidates get rejected? The reality check. It's it is uh, rarely because of the technical skill. It is usually because of the rambling. The problem: giving long, unstructured answers that confuse the interviewer. The goal today: to learn the framework that forces clarity and highlights your ROI, return on investment.
Okay, so one example here, I didn't correct you because I want to see how would you react, right, the first time. But now let's go
Mhm.
back and read again for me just this phrase, please.
Why qualified candidates get rejected?
Okay, so first of all, here we don't say qualified. No, qualified.
Qualified,
Qualified. Qua.
qualified,
Qualified.
qualified. Yeah.
Very good. Candidates.
Candidates. No, sorry.
Candidates.
Ca-
Candidates.
Candidates.
Okay, and repeat this one for me, please.
Rejected.
Okay, rejected.
Rejected.
Hey, rejected.
Rejected.
Very good. Very good. Continue, please. Just now this part.
Mm. It is rarely because of the technical skills. It is usually because of rambling.
Okay, so now you're doing much better. So that's exactly why I didn't correct. I like this first part. I know you're not used to, so I like to go back and see how you pronounce it. Understand? And now this was great. Continue, please.
Okay. The problem: giving long, unstructured answers.
Unstructured.
Unstructured. Unstructured.
Here, let's start working on the word. So first of all, structure.
Structure. Is structured.
No, is no. Structure.
Uh, Structured.
Very good. Now let's put in the past. Structured.
Structured.
Now, unstructured,
Unstructured.
almost very good. But one problem that a lot of Brazilians have is, for example, this word. Read this for me, please.
Unstructured.
No, in the chat.
Ah, okay. Falcon.
That's a problem. Brazilians pronounce the E. When you say talk it, walk it, no. Talked, walked,
Talked.
talked, say,
Talked.
talked,
Talked.
talked.
Talked. Talked.
Yeah,
It's talked.
perfect. You pronounce it like this. Talked.
Talked.
Very good.
Talked.
Same thing like
Talked.
this. And structure. This
Structured.
structure,
Structured. Structured.
structured, structured.
Structured.
Understand?
Yes.
Structured.
Structured.
And
Mm-hmm.
then unstructured.
Structured. Unstructured. It's a
Or unstructured.
un- unstructured. It's a problem
Very
with the
good.
ad. It's
Exactly.
difficult.
It's very common. It's very, very common, I'll say. Understand?
Unstructured.
It would be a bigger surprise for me if you didn't pronounce the E. Okay, very good. So I got understanding about your listening. So this is a little bit about what is the class about. Understand? So this is a great example of why we need to practice more. Why qualified candidates get rejected. Do you understand this?
Yes.
It doesn't matter how good you are. You can still get rejected. Why? The reality check. It is rarely because of technical skill. It is usually because of rambling. What is rambling? When you talk too much. So what is
Mm-hmm.
the problem? We have especially Brazilians. The problem, giving long, unstructured answers that confuse the interviewer. So this is what I talk about communication. It's not about having the correct level of English. It's important. But I have many clients. Let's even talk about natural language. How many people you know, Brazilians, that cannot give a good answer in Portuguese? They start here, then they need to go from here to here. They start here, then they loop around here, and then they go down, and then they go up, and they come down back, and then
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna get this answer, but then they come back to remember something, and then they go back. So this is called rambling. You need to learn how to
Mm-hmm.
express yourself, right? Think about
Mm-hmm.
storytelling. You know what is storytelling?
Yes.
You know what is data storytelling?
Data storytelling. That's something related to present data presentation, but
Exactly.
with
How
a
to
good
present
storytelling.
data in a way that people understand what you're talking about. So these are
Mm-hmm.
something that I also teach. Understand? It doesn't matter if you've
Mm-hmm.
entered a company, if you can't speak in a meeting, right? If your presentations are confusing. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why it's also important to learn outside of just interviews. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
They go today, or our next goal will be to learn the framework that forces clarity and highlights your ROI, not point, ROI, return of investment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Okay.
So this is a little bit about how my classes work. This will just have been really a class I prepared more generically about interviews, okay? But I always prepare classes based on what my client needs, right? Okay?
Okay.
I can even send you this if you want to check it out. Like I said, it's a good class. You should read it. It's going to help you, but it's just not made for you, but it's very good.
Mm-hmm.
Because normally, I say this because normally prepare my classes based for each client.
Okay.
Until now, do you have any questions?
No, no questions.
Okay. So you said that you're looking for, I don't remember now. Let me see here. I don't remember if you mentioned how many classes a week were you looking for?
I know I didn't mention that.
Okay.
I'm not sure
But
yet. Maybe three. I don't know.
Yeah, I would say that. So it depends on how how urgent is this next step, or how urgent it is to start interviews.
Yeah.
So,
I will have one interview this week.
so
Uh,
if you're doing interviews now, I suggest three times a week. Yeah. Yeah.
I can't do that because it just appeared a good opportunity. But that's a, a friend of I have a friend that is working in that company, and uh, he knows about my layoff and asked for my curriculum. I sent it for him, and he sent it for the uh, R8, and the R8
RH,
is
you mean human resources, HR.
RH. Yes, human research. Yes, not Portuguese. The and now they schedule a meeting for Tuesday, Thursday. I don't know.
Tuesday
Quinta-feira,
tomorrow.
11th December, December 11th.
Yeah, so I don't know if I can help you much to that, right? I'm not
Yeah.
sure. But
Ah,
okay, good. But again, this is just one opportunity, right? But that's why we always got to get prepared so you don't miss the next opportunities. Even if you enter
yeah.
this company, you're gonna have other opportunities to grow. You always got to be prepared.
Hmm. Yeah.
So, for example, I just want to let one thing clear. I talk about Portuguese for this conversation. Remember, I do not translate. So even if you have one word or another, oh, but how can I say this in English? I will not help because I do not believe in translation for English.
Hmm.
Because I know it's the most common in classes. It's even easier for me. Understand? Much easier for me to just give them. But the reality is, let's imagine you're on an interview and you forget a word. Or let's imagine you just want to express a little bit in Portuguese. So I say, oh, you are so used to, you ask your teacher, I don't, I don't remember this word. Let me ask my teacher. Or this is difficult. Let me speak in Portuguese. Do you do this in interview?
No, no, there is no way to. The other people, the other do not speak it Portuguese. So.
Exactly. So that's, I want to give you the most down to earth scenario here. I wanted to learn in real examples. Understand? It
Hmm.
is not something common to use Portuguese, right? In a meeting. Actually, it's to never use it. So that's why we're going to use something that is part of your life. Okay?
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay,
Yep.
so let's hear you a little bit about about your feedback. Give me a little bit about your feedback. What do you think about these classes? This is what you're looking for.
The today class.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's my first class here on Preply, so I never did it before. So I think
But
it was okay because I heard you. I understood your how the class will works. You have a good conversation. It appears that you have a good communication. So uh, I don't know if I
yeah,
have a.
the idea is not about the class itself. When I ask for feedback, I say talk about different position, different position. This proposal that I have, is it something that you're looking for? Do you think that this communicates with your goals? This is what I want to hear from
Yes,
you.
yes, yes. Yes. I think that's it that I'm looking for. It's a mix of the English and the communication. To be honest, more the communication is better than the English. Uh, my issue if communication is worse than my English speaking issue.
I understand. I understand. And how is your agenda today? What period of day what you looking for classes?
Afternoon is better
What
for
is
me because
afternoon for you?
something like between 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. I think.
Okay. So, for example, would 4 p.m. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday work for you?
Yes, 4 p.m. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is an opening I have. 4 p.m.
Yes, it
Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Monday, Wednesday. Yeah, okay. But I was thinking if we can have, if I can schedule one more week for tomorrow and Wednesday because I have the.
Sure. So what we can do is you can schedule every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but start tomorrow. You change one class from the last class, understand, to tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So what you can do is the
Good.
following: just you can schedule just every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and send me a message. And then for tomorrow, I can reschedule a class to. I can see if I can schedule 4 p.m. also.
4 p.m. Yes,
Okay,
it works for me. Mm-hmm.
understand what I mean? So just schedule Mondays, Wednesday, and Friday, and then send me a message, and I'll
Mm-hmm.
reschedule. I tomorrow we'll have class. Leave it up to me.
Okay. Okay.
Just send a message.
What?
Oh,
What?
Robert, I subscribed. So please, if you can do what you need for us to have a class tomorrow. Okay. And I'll confirm the time.
Okay. I have a question about the pricing. When I subscribe to you, it's at the same pricing of the that a single class, or it have a something like a pack of a discount. I don't know.
I don't have access to the information. I just choose my price, right? But I believe not.
Right.
Nobody have never told me anything about it. I believe
Mm,
it charges per hour.
per class. Okay.
Yeah, per class. So yeah. So that
Mm-hmm.
price you see would be the price per class.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay?
Okay. I will schedule this three times a week, three
Yeah.
class a week.
And just let me know.
Yeah.
As soon as you subscribe, let me know. And
Mm-hmm.
I'll do what necessary for chef class tomorrow. What time is your interview?
At morning.
Oh, I gotta be in the morning. What time in the morning?
Mhm. At 10 a.m.
Thursday.
Yes, Thursday.
So what we can do, we can have class so tomorrow normally, Wednesday normally, 4 p.m. And Thursday,
Mm-hmm.
I can move the class from Friday to Thursday, 9 a.m., right before the meetings.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, so like I said,
Yeah.
just schedule the classes as soon as possible, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you want to schedule now or right after class, I think
To,
it'll be
to, uh, to schedule just like I saw some button to subscribe. That's it that you're saying, right?
yeah,
Subscribe on your. Okay,
yeah.
I don't know how it works, but I figure out.
And then you just schedule for three classes a week, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Send them a message, and then I will reschedule the classes so you can have class tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
If you have any more questions, Thales,
No more questions. I just need to. What about you? Do you have any questions about what I need
I have
for
many more
for this week?
questions, but I'm gonna prepare them for to discuss more in class. I really need
Okay.
to understand better about your job, about projects that you worked in, about your last company. I'm gonna have many questions for you.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Perfect, Thales. Like I said, send a message as soon as I can. I'll schedule everything for you, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay. Did you already send the message here with the plan? Okay.
Ok?
Okay. Thank you,
See
Robert.
you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
See you. Bye.
Acho que a gente tem mais um, hein? 3 vezes semanais. Hey. Olha, amor.
Eu fiz, tá? Coloquei duas café.
Ó,
Nossa, isso que eu falei pra você, amor, não tem como batata aqui.
estamos faltando pra caralho.
Não, tipo assim, eu cortei as batatas, coloquei batata e tal. Não é que sobrou batata, mas tipo assim, olha.
Ai, amorzinha. Tem mais uma hoje ainda.
Come o que eu esqueci.
Quem tá indo que me chamou de velho? Tem, Beatriz?
Eu muito, dá mais. Seria falando, não tava nem prestando atenção nos pau.
Hum, Só uma coisa. Feedback muito bom dele.
Ah,
Porque ele tá procurando professores, né?
ah.
Aí tava 10 professores. Ele formado em 10 professores. Meio que ele falou, não essas palavras, mas tipo, todo mundo é professor de inglês. Ele falou, sou uma pessoa que gosta muito de ser produtivo. Você foi o único que mostrou que não vai dar aula de inglês. Eu vou aprender inglês com você e a me comunicar. Entendeu? Isso é importante, quer dizer que a gente percebe que está pegando muitos alunos.
Sim. Ai, porra, não sei não. Nenhum problema.
Pode ficar uma delícia.
Ai, não é certo.
Delícia.
Meu Deus.
Alexa, quanto é 5.000 menos 18%?
5.000 menos 18 dividido por 100 é igual a 4.999,82.
Não.
Alexa, quantos centímetros tem o pau do Robert? A resposta para a sua pergunta pode ser qual está a 178 acima do nível do mar.
Porra!
Tem que dar fogo mesmo, né?
Alexa, quanto é 18% de 5.000?
18% de 5.000 é igual a 900.
Fica bem já. Sim. Então, se eu conseguir fechar umas 5 aulas dessas por dia, bastante. Eu tenho tempo, mas vamos que eu vou ter 5 aulas por dia. É. Acho que eu vou aumentar para 30 de novo. Ano que vem. Mas dá 25. 5 aulas por dia. Vai ser 2.050. R$ 10. Só para 5 aulas. Fora disso. Alexa, que horas são?
São 15h58.
Certo?
Aí eu sei que você não gosta de comer correndo, mas foi. Sabe a Larissa, aquela minha amiga pequenininha? Mano, você falar com com ela, ela acabou rachado, né? E ela tem que fazer rachado. Ela tava na prancha. Ela foi naquele escova ali que tem zíper, que é um negócio de fazer escova rápido no cabelo, né? Aí, a mulher fez a escova, tudo bem. E ela na festa super preocupada do cabelo dela derreter, né? Tipo assim, de enrolar por conta do cacho.